And now I'd like to pass over to Loren.
Cool. So what we're going to do today is just do really, really basic BSL. So we're going to do the alphabet, we're going to do question words as well, because that's quite a useful one for having conversations with people if you don't know a lot of other words. We're going to do the alphabet, and we're going to look at the structure of BSL because it is different to English. But I thought we could go around and maybe if people want to say what knowledge they have of BSL or how much they know or the odd word they can do, just so we kind of get a feel of where everyone is at with BSL. Has anyone ever done it before? That's probably no.
I did it when I was like 9 years old, so I feel like I'm not going to remember any of it.
Oh, great. Lawrence, have you ever done it?
I recall doing it, or at least a form of sign language in Cubs and Scouts, but the most recently I've done that was 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, obviously there is BSL, there's Makaton, there's lots of kind of other sign languages, and each country has their own one as well, which can get quite confusing, but generally it's kind of gestural basically, so you can get quite far by just sort of gesturing what you mean. I'm going to share my screen, and if at any point anyone has any questions or want to go over something again, just say, and then we can do that as well. Huh. Oh, I am doing something I shouldn't be doing. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not very technically gifted. That's the wrong button. Cool. So to do this little session, you'll need to have your hands. That'd be a good place to start. Very briefly, there's right-handed and left-handed BSL. So if anyone's left-handed, can you wave now? 2 left-handed people. Okay. Sorry guys, this is a right-handed picture, so you're gonna have to. It's basically exactly the same thing, but do it on the left hand. And a really good way to remember this is your dominant hand is like the paintbrush. So for me, it'd be my right hand, and your non-dominant hand is like the canvas. So you're going to be using your paintbrush hand to like do it on your canvas hand, and if you're left-handed, it'll be the other way around. So that's kind of how, and that's the same with all BSL as well. So whatever movement you're doing, your this hand is kind of where you're doing it to, and your dominant hand is what you're doing it with. Does that make sense? Yeah. Again, just shout out if anything doesn't make sense, because it's quite confusing. You have to sort of explain it a little bit. That's absolutely fine. So we're going to go around and say hello. Hello is a wave or a thumbs up. That means hi as well. So if you want to do informal, you can do like a thumbs up, and that means hi, or a wave. And then the second word we're going to learn is name. A name, you do 2 fingers like this against your head. And so remember, if you're left-handed, it'll be the other hand. So if you're left-handed, it's your dominant hand to your head, and if you're right-handed, it's your right hand to your head. And then what you do, your fingers are facing out, and then you turn them out like that. So you go from in to out. Sorry, I think I said that the wrong way around. So you start with your fingers going in, and you do it like that, and you sort of do it in a kind of curve coming down. So we're going to go around. We're going to go hello, name. Should we do it together? Go hello, name. Cool. Guys, we're well on our way. This is good. Now we're going to do the alphabet. Again, this is the right-handed, so left-handed people just swap it around. The alphabet is a really, really useful one, because basically, if you don't know how to say a word, you just spell it out, and you can use that for like every single word. People spell out names, like specific objects, like anything you don't know how to sign, you just spell it out. So it's a really, really useful thing to just have under your belt. If you ever meet someone who uses BSL, you can just sign stuff. So a really good way to start with the alphabet is to do the vowels. And you've got your canvas hand, so that's your non-dominant hand. And then this is A, your thumb. A, just point to your thumb. And then the next vowel, E, is the next one. I is the next one. O is the next one, and O is the U is the little one. So basically the vowels are just A, E, I, O, U, like that. So that's a really good one to kind of just, yeah, because a lot of the letter ones make quite a lot of sense. They're like shapes, but the vowels are pointing to the fingers. So they can kind of trick people up if you don't know that, but if you have the little, then you're kind of there.
For left-handers, is
Yes.
A your little finger rather than your thumb?
A is through your thumb.
Oh, okay, so you go that way. Whereas, okay, cool.
Yeah, so it'll be A, E, I, O, U. That's a really good point, actually. That's a good question. So what we'll do, I reckon I'll go through it and do it all together, and then I'll give everyone a bit of time to practice it individually, because sometimes it takes a while to get your head around it. And then we could come back, do it one more time, and then we could do a quick fire spelling out our name if you want to try that, or spelling out key words, key letters. So it's really good to just get your name in your head, and obviously for our section that'll be really useful. So we'll do it together, and then we'll have a bit of time, and then we can do our names. So A. It's our first vowel. A, B. This is kind of like, if you imagine like a capital B, like that, it's kind of like that, but sideways. A, B, C, D, capital D, with your finger like this. Yeah, you got it, Kath. That's a great one. E for the vowel. This is my personal favorite, but F. Yeah, G, H, and then the next vowel, I. And now J, you draw a letter J. So going from the I finger and draw it towards your thumb. J. Yeah. K. So you got one finger up, and then you do a little, so imagine like a capital K. Got this finger, and this is your little capital K coming down. For Lydia, it would be like this for the left-handed people. Yeah, and you just keep your little finger pointed. So you tuck the rest of your hand away, and you've got the little finger like that. Okay. Sorry, I'm dyslexic, so I'm not very good at the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I for the vowel, J, K, that little one. And now these next ones are my personal favorite. L, M, those are the three fingers, and then N is 2 fingers. So it goes L, M, N, O for the vowel, P, making a kind of capital P. I've forgotten the next letter in the alphabet. It's a Q. So Q, you make kind of like a capital Q. What's next? Sorry, I'm struggling with the alphabet more than the BSL. That's really bad. R. So make a little R shape with your finger. You put it in your hand. S. S. You link your 2 fingers together. Yeah. So you make 2 little hooks with your fingers, and then you link them together. Yeah. T. Nice easy one, sort of like a capital T. So it's this side of your hand, because our hand is like this for the canvas, and you just do a T. Yep. U for the vowel. What's the next letter? V. V is a nice easy one. W, make a W with your fingers. X, really easy one, just cross your fingers. Y is a bit confusing, but you sort of make, if you imagine that Y shape with your hands, so you've got the kind of Y like that, and then Z, it's just a kind of like that. So again, if you sort of imagine like a Z shape, you're kind of doing that. So what we'll do, we'll go through that one more time, and then we can have a bit of time to practice. And if anyone has any questions about a specific letter, we can go through those as well. It can be quite overwhelming at first. When I first learned it, I was like, there's no way I can remember this. But if you just keep in your head that it's basically you're making the shapes of the letters of your hands, and if you kind of visualize in your head how each letter relates, each shape relates to the letter, then it helps you to remember it. So A, B, C, D, E for the vowel, F, G, H, I for the vowel, draw the J shape, K, that's slightly confusing one. Okay, so it's one finger. So on your canvas hand, you just got the one finger, and then you got the little K, and then the really fun bit, L, M, N, O for the vowel, make a P, make a Q, R, a nice easy one. Again, I've forgotten the alphabet. S, so that's the one where you link your fingers. T, U, another vowel. V, do the V shape. W, X, Y, make the Y shape, and then Z. Cool. Is there anyone that people want to go over? Is there anyone that you're really like confuses you every single time? Because for me, I used to get confused by the K. I used to find that really confusing. Yeah, feel free to shout out if you want to go over anyone.
Yeah, can you do K again?
I was going to say K.
So you got your canvas hand. So for me, that'd be my left hand, but Lydia, it's your right hand. And you make it into a little one finger. And then with the other finger, if you imagine a K shape like that, you're kind of making that shape with your finger. And then you put them together. So if I look at it from my point of view, it's basically, it's not, but it kind of could look like a K. So you got the stick, and then you got that little bit like that. But it's quite a hard one because obviously the way you look at it is different to the way other people do. But what's worth remembering with the Bsl alphabet that really tripped me up at first, you do it towards you. So when I do my vowels, I wouldn't be like, these are the vowels, and I wouldn't be like A, B, like that. You're doing it like for yourself. So when you're doing it like in a conversation, you just be like, so doing it towards yourself rather than showing other people. That sort of makes sense. And in a way, that's kind of easier because you can be a bit more relaxed about it. So I reckon we go around and we try and do our name. So I reckon we try and say name is, point yourself, and then you do your name. What do we think? You can do a little hello if you want as well. If you want to like be an expert, you can say hello at the beginning. So I'll tell you what, to make it easier, I'll just say people in the name of my screen, if everyone's okay with that. So I'll go Catherine, Loren, Tara, Pat, Lydia, myself, just to make it easier. Okay. And what's good as well is you can stay on mute because we're doing it in sign language. So there is no pressure. So hello, my name, L-O. Sorry, I always get confused with the vowels because I'm not very good at vowels. L-O-R-E-N. L-O-R-E-N. That's my name. Catherine, hello. Yeah. That was good. I'm proud of you. That was really good. Loren, you okay? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, sorry guys, our cameras are a bit. L, yeah. Yeah, R, E, yep. Mm-hmm. Guys, this is proud, by the way. If you want to tell someone you're proud, that's how you do it. Yeah. Oh well, you ready? Hello. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's good. Kath, you ready? You've got quite a short name, which is quite handy. Yeah, when you do name, it's just with the fingers, but that was really good. Yeah, that's great. Lydia? That's cool. So guys, name my, but yeah, you've got it. See? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, that was really good. Also, I'm very sorry because I started my name by saying A, which was completely wrong. So if that threw anyone off, I'm very sorry. It's quite, usually I'm sort of like in the flow, so it's quite hard to break it down. But guys, that was really good. That was the hardest part of the session out of the way, so you did a great job. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the structure of stuff in BSL. Because I think when people are learning it, a lot of people don't really know this. And it means that when you're talking with someone who actually uses BSL, it's this sign, by the way, in BSL, it makes it quite hard to understand. So, like if you look at TV and there's like a BSL interpreter, it's really hard to understand because they use topic comment structure. So basically, BSL is like it's its own language. It's completely different to English. Other than that, yeah, actually, it is really different to English. So a lot of stuff in BSL. In English, you'll say I'm 12 years old in English. In BSL, you just say age 12. So you wouldn't say I am 12 years old, you would just say age 12. And if you're going to say can you help me, you just say help me. So you skip out lots of little words. And also, those are probably not the best examples, but you have stuff where in BSL you'll have kind of like 3 English words, but you only have 1 sign for it. Or similarly, if you're interpreting, you can use the same sign to mean more than 1 English word. So basically, it is like its own language. And what BSL uses is topic comment structure. So this is the reason why I wanted people to say name my, because in English you say my name is, and BSL you say the topic, so name, comment, my. So there's some examples up on the screen. So why are you learning BSL? And then in BSL that would be learn BSL why. So you yeah, you do it differently, and that is a really good, it's quite confusing at first, but if you just remember you're saying the topic of the sentence, so age, name, place, I said age again twice. It's the topic, the comment, what you're saying about that. So it could be who does it, is it your name, is it your age, that's the comment, and then the other words kind of slot into that. There's kind of more like subgroups of it as well, but this is the main one. So I don't know if anyone's spotted what's your name in English, and that means name what in BSL, and that's what we're going to go on to now. So we can say name is, do your name. We're going to learn how to say what is your name, and I'm going to teach you a couple of question words as well, because if you have a question word, then you can can spell stuff out like that. So that's what we're going to do. But now we know topic, comment, structure, and we know names, we know the alphabet, and we know hello. If we just go around, try and not look at your screen. So try not look at the grid. So try and do it from memory. I'm going to go around, we're going to say hello, my name is, from memory. Again, just look if you need help, and if there's any letter you're stuck with, we can talk about that as well. So, and again, I can say out the structure, the order of people, but it's the same as before. Cool. Catherine? I couldn't see all of that because the screen is quite low, but it looked good from what I could see. Cool. You good?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure whether you're still signing. I was going to say like that looked very impressive, but no, that was really good. That was really good. Lawrence, yeah? Hello. Name my, yep. Yep. That was really good. That was really good. Oh well, are you ready? Am I saying your name right, by the way? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. How do you say your name? Arwen. Is that right, Arwen? I'm very sorry I've been calling your name wrong for the whole time. I'm very sorry. Are you ready to give it a go? Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. That was really impressive. Kath, are you ready? Hello? Name. Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Really good. With when you're saying my, you can just point yourself with one finger. But either way is absolutely fine. Lydia, you okay? Introduce yourself. Hello? Yeah? Yeah. Cool. Great job, people. That was really impressive. And even if you looked at your screen, that's absolutely fine as well. It's definitely a practice thing. But it is just a really good one to get under your belt because you can just have lots of conversations with that. So we've said name my. So now we're going to say name what. So just how you say to someone, what is your name? And in topic, comment, structure, we say name what. So what is the kind of, you sort of like, kind of going downwards in a sort of like, sort of downwards, shake your finger sort of thing. But it's quite important that you sort of go downwards because if you go like this is who. So, and if you say name who, I mean, you could, but we're going downwards sort of. So name what? Name what? Yeah. So that is what is your name? Name what? We've got my name is, name my. We've got our names. We got hello. And so now you can hopefully introduce yourself. You can hopefully ask someone else what their name is. And yeah, so that's kind of the key things. So what we could do you know what we could do actually? Because it's all in, we don't need to speak. I could pair people up. So I could, and then you can have a conversation with the person you're paired to. If that sounds too complicated, let me know. But just so it's not all going around in a circle, we can kind of pair each other up. Is that all right? Yeah. Let's give it a go, and if it doesn't work, then it'll be funny. At least we've tried. So I'm gonna say Catherine, if me and you work together as a pair. Lydia, if you work with Lawrence, that's okay. And Kath with Owen. Is that right? Is that right? Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm awful at names, which is quite typical for like this session. But I'm very sorry. So those are the pairs. If we have a little hello, what's your name? My name is. And see how we do. Yeah? Okay. So Catherine, you're in my pair. Sorry, Catherine, I was giving you an extra sneaky extra word there. Cool. We all had a little conversation. Does anyone want to feedback about how that went? Was anything tricky? Was the topic comment structure a bit confusing? Did anyone advance and try the other words? How do people find that? Yeah, good. Cool. Yeah. So I'll quickly go over the other question words. And again, the really good thing now you know the alphabet, you can spell out anything and everything in BSL. Like it's really normal in the conversation to just be like, what was that? And then just spell it out. The question words, haven't done this in a long time. We've got what. So what we done before, shake your finger in a sort of sassy downwards way. That was brilliant. We've got who. We do a little, you can either do it with your finger or do it with your arm. So you've got a little who. You've got a which. So you're kind of making, you're like this one or that one, you're doing a which. You've got a really easy one. What? And you sort of like do a little shake as well, just to like add to it as well. Got when. So you're sort of like you're thinking, like going, when are we gonna finish this session? That is a good question. So we've got who, what, which, when. Sorry, this one's how, guys. I'm very sorry, I said that wrong. What, who, when, which. This is how. I'm very sorry about that before. And we've got why. You kind of tap your shoulder with your finger. Why? Cool. So I'm gonna do a little test. I'm probably gonna get this wrong as well, so we're all in it together. I'm gonna say the question words, and I want you guys to do the action. So, which? Yeah, that's great. Why? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so you do it like across your body. So this is your dominant hand, you do it across your body. If you're left-handed, it'll be your left hand across your body. Yeah. When? Yeah, when is actually the same hand as your dominant side. So why you cross over, but when you just do here. Who? Yeah, that's good. What? Yeah, the little sassy one. And what one have we missed out? That's a good. I'm gonna put that to you guys. What one have we missed out? That's great. Wow, cool. So that is it. We've done our basic BSL. I hope you've taken something away, and also it's completely okay if you leave the Zoom and then forget all of it, because it took me quite a few like repeats of learning it until I actually could do it. So yeah, but thank you everyone for being here today. So thank you. It's been really lovely to see you, and yeah, hopefully you've kind of gained a new skill.
I have a bit of a request actually.
Oh yeah.
I was wondering if you could teach us days of the week.
Yeah, so this is the other thing you'll find out about BSL. It's because basically a lot of stuff people like money is M for money, or like pound. So basically days of the week are just the letter names. Other than Sunday, Sunday's a weird one. So basically it'd just be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, DTH Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is just clapping. So Sunday used to be praying, but then they changed it, so now it's just sort of clapping. But they do that so much in BSL where they just like literally start spelling out the words. So same with the months are literally just like May. So it's when you got the alphabet, it's really easy going forward. Yeah, sorry, that was quite a boring answer, but
no, fair enough. I think it's because I remember someone telling me about washing a car on Saturdays, and that's what the sign is for it or something. So they were doing like this. No,
yeah,
they were doing that for Saturday, but I'm guessing you don't have to do that. You can just spell it.
Yeah, it's really flexible. You can sort of spell stuff out. And this is the other thing as well. So in BSL is actually dialects. So the BSL in like Manchester is going to be different from the BSL in like Plymouth. So it gets quite confusing because depending on who will teach you and where you go, it's slightly different, which seems a bit unfair considering it's kind of like a different language in itself, and then there's like other variants. But yeah, so there are like lots of variations, but generally like spelling out, obviously for some signs there's extra stuff, but you can spell out a lot of stuff really. Yeah.
And the structure slightly confusing. But I mean, what was it? Object action or subject action? What was it?
Yeah, topic comment.
Topic comment. Thanks. Yeah.
Comment structure. Yeah, it is confusing. And do you know what the actual one? There's like 6. There's this whole thing. It's 8 topic comments, something else. I didn't know it when I did it, but like even I've forgotten it because it's really long. And it does get really confusing. So if you're saying an actual sentence, like it's completely a different way around, like all the words. Which I think is why it can be so hard to like understand interpreters and when people are doing it fluently, because it's in a completely different order. But if you know key signs, then you can kind of get the gist of what people are saying, and that's a really good way in as well. But I would also say, like, if you forget the structure, like just sign whatever you can, because people always appreciate, and this is what I've been told from someone who was deaf when I was in the workshop with them, and they said like people just always appreciate it when people give it a go, and they don't mind if you get it wrong or if you sign something wrong, or like people just appreciate that you're kind of trying. So that was what this person told me anyway. Yeah.
So this is thank you. Is there please?
This is also please. Please and thank you. Yeah. So it's actually like when you get into it, it's not that many signs because there's so many things which just like mean the same thing. But yeah, please and thank you. What else we have? Proud. Got help. Trying to think of any like relevant. I'm not sure. Yeah. That is BSL. This is sign language in sign language.